guys, happy Friday. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Today I am doing my first original tag. I wanted to base this tag on my favourite series or favourite author, Sarah J Maas, but I couldn't think of anything that hadn't already been done as a tag. So I jumped to my second, and I am doing a Mortal Instruments / Shadowhunter based tag, all based around the runes. If you don't know, the runes are the symbols that they mark on themselves to give them powers or special abilities. I have 15 questions. I went a bit overboard. I took out my copy of the Shadowhunter Codex and I basically took all of them and came up with questions that are based around them. But anyway, I'm going to get started. Number 1, love. A book character you have undying love for. This one was probably a bit easier than it should have been, but automatically it was going to be Reese. It may change. I don't see it ever changing. It's always going to be Reese. I'm sorry. We're going to stop there. I'm going to move on to question 2 quickly because otherwise I'm going to be talking about Reese for too long. I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. Truly and utterly obsessed with Reese. All of Sarah J Maas's male characters are just amazing, and I love them all. So Reese being the top of that lot, obviously. Parbatai / the friendship combined rune. A book friendship you love so much that you are actually slightly jealous of. Mine has to be the original, well, not the original, but Jem and Will and Jem. Their friendship's just so amazing and so raw, and it's just so brilliant. I just love it so much, and we're not going to talk about the whole thing in Clockwork Princess because I may have cried, and it's 3 years. It's been over 3 years since that book came out, and I'm still not ready to talk about it. There is one of my friends, Megan, we both read it as soon as it came out, and we just text each other the minute that thing happened. We were just like, yeah, we're not talking about this forever, ever. And it's been 3 years, and either of us say the word Clockwork Princess, either of us mention that series, we're just like, walk away from each other. We're never ever going to be able to talk about that book. It's just, Cassandra Clare is evil in her endings of books, and that is why I have an issue with the reading last books in a series. I have not read Winter yet because I am too scared to know what happens. I am petrified for the last book in the Throne of Glass series. I am petrified for the last book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I have an issue. I cannot read last books because they either let me down or they make me cry and not want to talk about them forever. So anyway, Will and Jem, favourite friendship, probably ever. Number 3, Clairvoyant Sight, a book that made you see the world differently, or an aspect of the world differently. For me, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. In my last tag, I mentioned this book, and it, honestly, I finished it now, and I don't know, it's so amazing. The concept and the issue that is dealt with in this book is just dealt with in a way that I never even considered. I had no idea what it was going to be. I went in completely blind, and it blew me away. The aspect is so it's not weird. It's sad to say, but it is a common issue. But it's the way that it was actually dealt with, and the point of view that we had shows how hard it is to deal with this thing. I can't really speak about it because I don't want to tell you guys what goes on in this book, but if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. I'm not a contemporary fan, and I absolutely adored this book. I loved the characters, all of the characters. That is the thing, I love all of the characters. And it broke my heart, it put it back together, it broke my heart again, and I am obsessed with it, and I need to get more Colleen Hoover books. If this was something to go by, all of her books are going to be absolutely amazing. Number 4, Agony, a book that caused you an extreme amount of emotional pain. Kind of already touched on this one a little bit, quite a lot, sorry, but Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. I'm not even gonna, no, I'm not just, if you haven't read this trilogy, go and read it. You're going to put yourself through a lot of pain with this book, but it is kind of possibly worth it. It's amazing. I love Cassandra Clare's writing. I love her world. It's beautiful and amazing, and please go and read it. Don't come to me to talk about it because I'm still not ready, as I told you earlier, but it's brilliant. You can tell you've read it and then you can walk away, because I can't talk about this book. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to talk about it because just looking at it makes me want to burst into tears, so I'm going to have to put it away and move on to question 5. Number 5, Sharing. A book that I would recommend to everybody. And obviously my go-to for this is A Court of Mist and Fury / the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy by Sarah J Maas, or anything by Sarah J Maas. But I decided to pick a book that isn't well known or isn't that well known and deserves to be well known. And that is Forsaken, or the Demon Trappers series by Jana Oliver. I love the characters, I love the world, I love the aspect, I love everything about this book. This series, I'm only on book 2 because I've been sidetracked. Anyway, but this book is amazing and the characters are brilliant, and Riley, the main character, is just so interesting and I love it so much. Number 6, Destined. A debut novel you believe is destined for greatness. And for me, that is Carvel by Stephanie Garber. This is an arc. The actual book isn't out until January the 26th next year, 2017. And this book is brilliant. I have not finished it. I was in a reading slump when I started this book, and I get to that stage where I read the first few chapters and then I'm like, no, this isn't the book I want to read, put it down, start another one, and that vicious cycle goes on forever. It's still kind of going on. It's really bad, but the idea in this book is just brilliant, and I definitely believe it is destined for greatness. Number 7, Loyal To. A book most people don't like, but you absolutely and will always love, and that is Twilight by Stephanie Myers. I am obsessed with this book, this series. I love it so much. I love the world. I love vampires, I love werewolves, and obviously I'm obsessed with Teen Wolf, so werewolves are my thing. I love them so much. But I don't know why people hate this so much. The films weren't great, but they were also fantastic. I loved the actors and all that lot. This book means so much to me. It's the book that started everything for me, so that's why I love it, and I will always love. And I will occasionally recommend it to people, but I know that everyone has either read it or seen the films, and if you've seen the films, they're like, no, I'm never going to read that book ever. But definitely Twilight, and my favourite out of the series is Mew Mew. Number 8, Persevere. A book you struggled to get into, but ended up adoring. And that for me is And I Darken by Kirsten White. I love this book. It is not as action-packed as I was planning, because this is technically the origin story. And the other two are going to be further on. For a gender-bent retelling of Vlad the Impaler, I had no idea who that was, but anyway, I know now, or I know the female version. And I loved it, and it was. I have to admit, it was a bit slow going at the start, and it was a bit like, come on, have something happen. But after about chapter 6, I was sucked in, and I listened to this as an audiobook. And I loved the audiobook. The narrator was brilliant, and it was just so brilliant, and the story is really interesting, and I loved it, so I definitely suggest it. I cannot wait for book 2 and 3. Number 9, Mourning. A character you're still in mourning for. This might be a spoiler, but I tried to go with the one that everyone probably knows. I don't know, but I will, as soon as I hold the book up, look away. But it is somebody out of the Harry Potter series. So if you don't know, then mute me. But if you do know, if you've read them or you've watched the films, you know. So, but it either Hedwig or Fred from the Harry Potter series. I cried so much. It's an owl, and I was honestly in tears. The way they executed that killing in the film just brushed it off, and that's what made me cry so much. He deserves so much more. And then, oh my god, and then there's Dobby. Oh, I need to stop. I'm gonna end up crying. Move on. We're moving on. Number 10, Action. An action-packed read. For this one, I've gone with Vinyl by SOPHIA ELAINE HANSON. This is a debut novel. This is a indie author, self-published, and SOPHIA is such a lovely person, and this book is so good. I still need to put my review up. I still need to finish the book. But I'm loving it so far. The characters are great, the world is great, the aspect behind this book is just, it's blooming amazing. I'm sorry, it's just brilliant. I've never even the concept never even ran across my mind. Basically, the basic idea of this is set in a world where music is a huge part, and they all have I can't remember the name of it, but they have a earpiece basically drilled into their skull, and it plays music that keeps the people hypnotized, or it keeps them very susceptible to suggestion, and they're very easily manipulated, and it's really, really, really interesting, and it's just amazing, and SOPHIA's writing is brilliant, and I cannot wait for Radio, which is book 2. SOPHIA is such a lovely person. She sent me this copy for review, and I've had it for so long, and I feel so bad because I still haven't put a review up. This is a mini review. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It is definitely a 5-star book for me, definitely, and I've not even finished it yet. As long as she doesn't kill everyone at the end of the book, it'll still be 5-star. It'll probably still be 5-star even if she did kill everyone, because it's brilliant. But no, SOPHIA's brilliant, and definitely check this out. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And extremely action-packed. I forgot to mention that. That was the question we were answering. Not if the book was good. It is extremely action-packed. There is so much amazingness in this book. Action and non-action, but the action-packed was the question that I was answering. I'm sorry. Action-packed. Number 11, Strength. A book that means a lot to you and gave you a lot of strength in a time that you needed it. For me, that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, or A Court of Mist and Fury as well, but Throne of Glass is the one I was meant to say. I don't really know how to get into it, but these books mean the world to me. They were there at a really difficult time for me, and I love them so much. The characters mean a lot, and whenever I see these books in a bookstore, or whenever I see them on my own shelves, they just cheer me up a little bit, and I know that they're there for me. Weirdly, if that makes any sense. But yes, I love them, and they've caused me to make a lot of friends as well, so I love them so much. Sarah J. Maas's books are fantastic. Number 12, Waterproof. A book you cried so much while reading that you wish was waterproof. I wish all books were waterproof because I cry at every book, and I wish they were waterproof so I could take them in the bath and not worry about dropping them in the water or taking them in the shower and stuff like that. But that's not going to happen. They should do that. They should laminate books. Anyway, this one again is Clockwork Princess, because there wasn't a book that I cried quite as much as this. I won't open to the page because it's disgusting, but there is a page in this book that is all crinkled. That page, if you've read the book, you know which page I'm talking about. With that page. And it's got tear splodges all over it. Black tear splodges because I was wearing makeup because I'm an idiot while reading it. And oh my goodness. Also, Clockwork Prince has a very, very emotional part in it that is covered in black tear splodges as well, but any Cassandra Clare book makes them all waterproof. And I'm guessing you're gonna need to make the last Throne of Glass book waterproof, because I can see that not going very well. I'm petrified, can you tell? Number 13. A book you expected to not be as good as it actually was. And that is Switched by Amanda Hawking. I am obsessed with Amanda's books. Her writing is brilliant. Her Wake series is fantastic, but this one's my favourite. Switched, Twin and Ascend are amazing. These are books I've read more than once as well, and I love them so much. They're so fast to read. I literally can read one of these in a day, and I'm a really slow reader. They're amazing. The characters are brilliant. Loki is fantastic, and I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. Definitely read them. So underrated. Go and read them all now and come back and talk to me, because I can talk about these ones. But they're fantastic. Go read them now. They're brilliant. Number 14. Acceleration. A super fast paced read, similar to the question before, but I'm going to flip it on its head and answer it as a book that I read ridiculously fast. So you can answer it in either way, but there's going to be two questions that are quite similar otherwise, so I decided to change it up a little bit. And for this one, I have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash, and before I say anything, Amazon has been a knob and postponed my delivery of Frostlight Night, which is the third one in this trilogy, and I can't cope. I need Frostlight Night. I need to know the ending. This is the only series I've ever wanted to read more, because the cliffhanger after Ice Like Fire was immense, and I need to know, and I need closure. I need to know all the characters in this book are okay. They're probably not going to be. I know they're not going to be. I can tell they're not going to be okay, but I need to know. But yes, Snow Like Ashes, I read ridiculously fast. I listened to this as a audiobook as well, and I loved it. It was amazing. The characters are brilliant, and I think I got through it in about 12 hours. Probably slightly less than that. No, it would have been about 9 hours. So good. It is so brilliant, and I love it so much. If you have not read these books, the lighting was really bad for this book, but if you have not read them, please go and read them, and please come talk to me about them, because they are amazing. And last but not least, number 15, Accuracy. A book that was extremely historically accurate. And for me, this is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I love this series because it's based in Scotland. I love this series because it's fantastic. I love this series because it's really amazingly written. I love the TV show. I love all of it. Sam Heughan is amazing. But yes, this book is actually incredibly historically accurate. I didn't realise how amazingly accurate it would be, but Dragonfly in Amber, the second one, is even more accurate. When I was in primary school, I learnt all about the Jacobite Rebellion and all of this lot, and seeing it, because I haven't read the second book, seeing it on the TV show and seeing how accurate Diana actually got it in her story is amazing. I have been to the Battle of Culloden site, and it's so atmospheric, and seeing me and my mum watched the TV show together, and when we were walking around we saw they've got loads of little stones that are like the grave markers for all the different clans that fought in the Battle of Culloden, and we saw Clan Fraser, and I was just standing in the middle of Culloden with tons of people walking past me, on the verge of tears, because the whole Jamie thing, because at that point the last episode of season 2 hadn't happened, and I was sobbing, and it was just a mess. I saw the word Fraser and I was just like, yeah, it's really, because I'm about 40 minutes away from the Culloden site, and it's really easy to see, and it is so atmospheric. I've never been to anywhere that was as atmospheric. But yes, Diana's books are all very, very historically accurate, and I'm very, very glad to see that, because a lot of people, the Scottish history is a bit manipulated, and I am English, so for my first 6 years of schooling I only learnt English history. I didn't know much about Scottish history, and when I moved up here and we were doing the Scottish history of the Jacobites and the Scottish side of the whole England-Scotland thing, it was very weird to see it, because we didn't, at school in England it's always, oh, Scotland's wrong, Scotland no, but in Scotland, learning the history was really, really, really interesting to see this side of it, and I love to see that portrayed in these books. So yeah, that was my original The Mortal Instruments Rune Shadowhunters tag thing. I hope I didn't go a bit too crazy. I went crazy. I'm sorry, I apologise. But that was my tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope a lot of you are going to do it. I am going to tag SOPHIA, ELAINE, HANSON. I am going to tag Kim Chance. I am going to tag ANSLEY. I am going to tag BETH from BETH Book Lover. I will leave her channel below, but I'm tagging her on Twitter, so I know her Twitter, but I don't know her YouTube. Oops. I will find that out and I'll put it below. But yeah, that's the 4 people I'm tagging, but I'm also going to put it out to anybody else. And please take part in this tag and share it and spread it everywhere so other people can do this tag. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!